TCP, Transmission Control Protocol. The second transport layer protocol we are going to discuss is the TCP. TCP, it is like UDP, it is process to process protocol. Therefore, like UDP, it also uses port numbers. Unlike UDP, TCP is connection oriented protocol. It creates a virtual connection between two TCPs to send data. In addition, TCP uses flow and error control mechanisms at transport level. So in brief, TCP is called connection oriented reliable transport protocol. It adds connection oriented and reliability to the services of IP. Stream delivery. TCP, unlike UDP, it is a stream oriented protocol. In UDP, a process sends message with predefined boundaries to UDP for delivery. UDP adds its own header to each of these messages and delivers them to IP for transmission. Each message from the process is called user datagram and becomes eventually one IP datagram. Neither IP nor UDP recognizes any relationship between datagrams, whereas TCP, on the other hand, allows the sending process to deliver data as a stream of bytes and allows the receiving process to obtain data as a stream of bytes. TCP creates an environment in which two processes seem to be connected by an imaginary tube that carries the data across the internet. The imaginary environment is shown in the diagram. The sending process produces stream of bytes and the receiving process consumes. That means it reads from them. Sending and receiving buffers. Because sending and receiving process may not write or read the data at the same speed, TCP needs buffers for storage. That is shown in the diagram. TCP segments. Although buffering handles the disparity between the speed of producing and consuming processes, we need one more step before we can send the data. The IP layer, as a service provider for TCP, needs to send data in packets, not as a stream of bytes. At the transport layer, TCP groups a number of bytes together into a packet called a segment. TCP adds a header to each segment and delivers the segment to the IP layer for transmission. The bytes of data being transferred in each connection are numbered by TCP. The number starts with a randomly generated number. TCP segment format. The format is shown in the diagram. The segment consists of 22 60 bytes header followed by the data from the application program. The header is 20 bytes if there are no options and up to 60 bytes if it contains options. We will see the meaning of all the fields one by one. Source port address. This is a 16-bit field that defines the port number of application program in the host that is sending the segment. This serves the same purpose as source port address in the UDP header. Next, the destination address. This is a 16-bit field that defines the port number of application program in the host that is receiving the segment. This serves the same purpose as the destination port address available in UDP header. Next, the sequence number 32 bits. It defines the number assigned to the first byte of data contained in this segment. Acknowledgement number. It is 32-bit. This field defines byte number that the receiver of the segment is expecting to receive from the other party. Header length. The 4-bit field indicates the number of 4-byte words in TCP header. The length of the header can be between 20 to 60 bytes. Therefore, the value of the field can be between 5 and 15. Reserved. This is a 6-bit field reserved for future use. Control. This field defines 6 different control bits or flags, which is shown in red color, namely URG, ACK, PSH, RST, SON and FIN. URG means urgent pointer is valid, ACK means acknowledgement is valid, PSH means request for push, RST is reset the connection, SI1 means synchronize sequence numbers, FIN finish terminate the connection. So URG means the value of the urgent pointer is valid, ACK the value of acknowledgement field is valid, PSH push the data, RST reset the connection, SYN synchronize sequence numbers during connection, FIN terminate the connection.